Hi, I'm John Kirkman and welcome to the John Kirkman Files here in the luxury dungeon at Kirkman Towers. Today we're talking about this little gem here, Stomu Yamashta. He was a great jazz musician and also a keyboardist and percussionist, and he's probably most famously known for his album Go. Now, that is part of this box because this contains all of his albums for Island Records. There, Go. Now, that's not an instruction. Here we have a picture of the band. Go included people like, obviously, Stomu Yamashta, Mike Shrieve, formerly of Santana, Steve Winwood, formerly of Traffic, of course, and Spencer Davis. We also had the guitarist Meola, and we also had Pat Thrall, who at that time was putting together a band called Automatic Man. We also had a great bass player called Donny Harvey, who was also in Automatic Man with Pat Thrall. Anyway, I'm enthralled with Pat Thrall. He went on to many great bands after Automatic Man split. For instance, Pat Travers. Also, he played in the Meatloaf Band. He even played with Asia for a while, but he did a lot of work with the Meatloaf Band over the years. Great guitarist, and I must say criminally underrated, if I'm really honest, but an amazing guitarist nevertheless. And he always seemed to join great bands at the right time. Now, as I said, all the Island records are in this particular package, and it's really worth the money because they put them all in here. I'll show you the covers of some of them in a second. There you go, that's Go Live, which was recorded as a double live album at the Paris Olympia, big gig. And I guess in 1976 when it was recorded, as was the Go album, that was the big place. In the UK, you wouldn't have got a sniff at the barmaid's apron, as they say, because of course punk was raging here. And when I say raging, I mean raging. So here's a good one here. This is Far East Man. That is, of course, the Red Buddha Theatre. Various other solo albums here. These were all originally on Island Records, but there's the two that a lot of people want. There's Go. There's a picture of the guys on the back, and here is the live Go album, which is absolutely incredible. Features all the people who were on the original Go album. Now, where is Go 2, however, I hear you say? Well, most of the people who were on Go 1 were on Go 2, which is there, except for Steve Winwood. So you had Klaus Schulz, you had Pat Thrall. No, you didn't have Pat Thrall. He wasn't on this one. Meola took over all the guitar duties. I think it's because Pat Thrall had moved to Pat Travers' band at that point. But Donny Harvey's still in here, and Klaus Schulz is in here, and a few other people as well, really interesting people. Linda Lewis sings on this album. The reason it's not in this box is because this is the Island years, and Go 2 was on Arista, probably because Go Live at the Paris Olympia was Stomu Yamashta's final album for Ireland, and they probably didn't offer him enough money, whereas Arista Records, being a new label around about that time, probably offered him a ridiculous amount of money to sign for Go 2. I'm not sure how well that's sold, but it's a great album actually, and it got really good reviews. I remember a lot of people having it in their collections, probably because they'd had Go 2, Go 1 and Go Live in Paris. For me, it's a great record, so you'll have to buy them both. Great thing is you can buy them both from the same place. cherryred.co.uk, and as if by magic, the home page appears. Put in the search Stomu, S-T-O-M-U. You should get the rest of the fill-in, and it'll drop down. Click on that, takes you to the set. There's a nice little blurb about the set, nice little blurb about Go 2 as well. You can order them both at the same time. Fulfillment anywhere in the world from Cherry Red. If you're in the UK, you will actually get the product very, very quickly. Usually if you order on a Monday, you have it before the end of the week, which is great stuff. Post allowing at the moment, because we are in the midst of industrial action in the UK with the post office, but you will get it as long as the postmen are working. But that's another point altogether. But yeah, they do the fulfillment themselves, and it's very reasonably priced in terms of postage. So there you have it. We have Go 2 And in there, all the predecessors in terms of albums that Stomu Yamashta had recorded. Very, very reasonably priced to get basically what is amounts to 7 albums or so. And I think it's a real bargain. And you get a nice booklet, of course, to read with all the information about who played on what and where the albums were recorded, the various musicians who played on it, and as I said, and what Stomu does on the albums as well. He's a very talented chap. And like I said, I've seen him live in London, but it was a bit of a mixed media show when I saw him. Of course, all the other big musicians on there, you do know. Meola, one of the world's greatest guitarists. Klaus Schulz, if you're into krautrock and obviously know about Tangerine Dream, you'll know about him. Steve Winwood, yeah, speaks for itself, doesn't it really? But it's a great box set. I must say the drumming throughout is excellent as well from Michael Shrieve, who was a founding member of Santana, and I think left Santana sometime, possibly either Borboleta or maybe Welcome. But he's playing on this, and he was also an Automatic Man as well. You see a pattern forming here. But they were on Island Records, so they've already, I think they've actually, Cherry Red have already released Automatic Man. So if you're into Automatic Man, always wondered what happened, it is available on CD. Again, just put it in the search box, Automatic Man, it should come up. And I'm sure Cherry Red will be delighted to sell it to you. There you go. But if you're into this space rock stuff, get these two, this box set and this album. Thanks for watching.